Welcome to Tarot Tuesday for the week of March 11th. We have our first lunar eclipse this year in Virgo on Friday. So get ready for that by, just accepting what is. Perfectionism is not going to get us further. And also prepare for the very next day, Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is the first one of the year. The sign of Aries. So where I usually tell you with the Mercury retrograde that we want to be double checking everything before we sign anything, Aries is going to be pushing for faster communication, and you're going to have to really honor those gut knowings of if this is time to do things or not. Yeah, we also still have our Mars is in Cancer. It came out of that retrograde a few weeks ago. It will be here until the middle of next month. So these are the biggest energies right now that we're really in flavor with. We also just had Jupiter go direct. It's an outer planet, so we don't feel it as much. But know that it's like now we're coming out of that winter slumber that we've been in. So we're gonna check in with everybody, Aries to Pisces. How we doing? Two more shuffles. There we go. Okay, Aries. Aries, the devil reversed. And so devil reverse is just saying that, like I said, your ruling planet is where Mercury is going retrograde, and that's where Venus is retrograde. And so really just making sure that the people in your collective are really worthy of you putting in any energy or effort towards these people. Again, with that double checking everything, crossing your I's, dotting your T's. And make sure that when you do make agreements with people, that you honor that they're going to hold up their end to their best degree. You have to hold up your end to the best of your degree. And if people are not meeting your standards, then they are showing you where they can meet you, and that is where you have to meet and agree with people. Yeah. All right, Taurus, we have the Ace of Cups reversed. Ace of Cups. And so Taurus, with all of this reversal energy, with the moons being eclipsed, the full moon being eclipsed this week, just know that if you are feeling inner turmoil, it's just fueling that fire within you. Honor what you are actually feeling with the Venus and Mercury retrograde. Your ruling planet is Venus as well. So if you are feeling things, feel them as deeply as possible so that you can release them. I believe that we said this last week. And so it's time for you to honor the fact that your feelings are valid in whatever they are. They might not make sense in the space, especially now that Mercury is going retrograde. The communication in general is going to be stirred up. And if things are not matching, if you aren't being able to be matched in other people's energy, just know that it's time for you to go within, reflect on how you are feeling so that you can go into whatever presentations, whatever, your life is bringing you. Go in it with your full honesty right now, because that's all you have is your full honesty. All right, Gemini. Knight of Pentacles reversed, and so everybody's reversed, just like all these planets being retrograde right now. There's only two, but so anyways, Gemini, Knight of Pentacles reversed is saying that, yes, like I've been saying, we've got all this Aries energy reversed. So you want to charge ahead, get things done. Know that right now is not the time to be charging for your personal goals right now. Because others aren't going to be able to meet or hear you clearly. So, if you are charging for something, it has to be something, that is within your actual physical control. So if you are charging for, you want to start working out more, or bring something into your diet or your sleep routine, those are things that are in your control. If you are charging for, me and my partner want to buy a house, me and my business partner want to get the shop ready and open for business, things like that, you need to, right now, like be moving, get the momentum up, but now is not the time to like finalize anything. All right, that was Gemini. We are on Cancer. Cancer has the Emperor. The Emperor or like right side up. So this is the first time we've got anything. And so Cancer, you having this power card right now at your hands is saying that if you have a move you want to make, you have the power and authority to do so. You are ruled by the moon. You've got this eclipse in Virgo happening this weekend, but know that you know how to work with this energy. You know how to take that Virgo energy too, because you guys, earth and water are relatively compatible. So you know how to take this energy of right now and throw that perfectionism of Virgo aside and work with it in the way that you can. You still have your ruling planet in, or your sign is in Mars. Your sign is in Mars. So you have the ability to get things done right now while you can. Assert whatever you need out into the space, because there are people right now who are having a harder time that we've seen in the other signs. So you have the ability to take the reins in whatever situation, because other people don't ride these emotional waves the way that you can. All right, on to Leo. Leo, Queen of Wands, Queen of Wands. So Leo, you're feeling yourself right now. And that is probably due to Venus in Aries. Just giving you the drive. Right now, if you have the drive to start to spark whatever it is that you desire to do this year, every day, chase your passions wherever they may lead you. That is what you want to do, is honor those passions and let them lead your day. Even if it's just something like you get a moment to, even sing in the shower to yourself, whatever it is that really sparks you every day. Drive into those little pleasures if that's what's going to carry you through this moment. Yeah. All right. We are at Virgo, Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, and like I said, the lunar eclipse is in your sign. The lunar eclipse is in your sign. So Knight of Wands, you have more than just all of this tangible stuff that you want. What is it that's going to fulfill you in this lifetime? Beyond the, get this promotion, get the wife, the kids, the white picket fence, all that shit. What fulfills you? What drives you to keep going? And know that, we are all creatives in whatever shape or form. I'm in this space. But, you might not be an actual musician, and this is actually a rehearsal space for performers. So, all kinds of arts. And you don't have to be a performer. You could just dance for the sake of wanting to dance. Like I told Leo, singing in the shower. That meal that you cooked, make it as beautiful and filled with that love as you can, whatever it is. Virgo, what sparks your life? What keeps you alive every day? And then just kind of keep pursuing that. This lunar eclipse in your sign is there to show you that perfectionism is going to drive you into the ground and never get anything to actually root in this world. So if you actually pursue the opposite end of that spectrum of Virgo, which is Pisces, which is just honoring everything that's ever happened with, just be amazed by the world that is around you and feel it to whatever depths you can. That is what you're striving to learn this week, Virgo. All right, Libra, we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. And so, like I said, there's a lot of things, like our ruling planet is retrograde in our opposite sign. We are stepping into a Mercury retrograde. So just that tangible things, like you want that bank, you want that product out, you want things tangible out right now. And the thing to do this week that's going to help you is to actually just hold on, step on the brakes, and just get into your body. Our body is all that we have control over, and really just be present in the moment. Be present in the moment, and also just don't let a timeline press you too hard. Don't let an end product press you too hard. Be present in every step of the journey. Yeah? All right, we're at Scorpio, we're halfway through. We have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Ten of Pentacles reversed. And so again, kind of what I just told Libra. There is all this wealth in the world. The glass is half empty, half full, Scorpio, and it's up to you to decide, is it half empty, half full? See what you already have and work from there. Do not be, forcing the plants to grow at this stage of barely spring. Like, they will come when they are ready. So just know that you have planted your seeds, and be, just kind of bask in the harvest that you already have of all the things you've already accomplished and what you have at the end of your fingertips. Things that you can already use in this world, things that you aren't, like, other things will come, but just be present and content with what you have at the moment. Yeah? All right, so on the last four, we got Sagittarius, King of Wands. All the wands have been out, and you know what it is? It's because we're stepping into, not right now, but we're in the pre-shadow to Aries season. And Sag being a fire sign, having the King of Wands is a great place to be. It means that you are on the top of your game, Sag. You don't have to be chasing those waterfalls. You can just stick to those rivers and the streams that you're used to, for one. But also, just, you know how to chase what sparks you. You know how to, if things aren't feeling good, you're gonna follow what feels good. So continue to do that. Follow what feels good. I'm literally, because like on my side is tomorrow my rain, so I'll follow the sun. That's kind of what you're doing, is just, if you don't want to sit in someone else's pity party, don't. You go do you. You go do whatever makes you happy at this point in time. And I'm not doing it as a toxic positivity. People are where they are, but don't let them drag you down with them. Be where you are. Okay. We are at Capricorn. Page of Cups. Page of Cups. So Capricorn, I think you're in a better place than you were last week. Page of Cups is also just saying, we are at this moon. It's in another fellow earth sign. It's a lunar eclipse, and it's just here to really show you where you're not emotionally stunted. It's not that harsh, but it's just saying, where can you emotionally grow right now? Where is there room for growth? Where can you expand your heart a little bit to be more understanding or compassionate for those around you, because the collective is going through some things? Where can you be more compassionate for yourself? And that's what you're kind of doing this week, is making sure that you are in a place of being able to receive that self-love and the love all around you, expanding by opening up and accepting more than you thought you could at this time. Yeah? Okay. Last two, Aquarius, Death card. And so we are in your post-shadow of your season, so that's what this is. And it's not a bad thing. Death is just new beginnings. And so this is, Pisces is literally the old man of the zodiac, dying off into the new cycle. And so really with this eclipse, Aquarius, what can you let go of that does not fucking matter anymore? What can you let go of that is not yours, is not serving you anymore? And where, when you let this go, it's gonna open up space for new things to come in. Like if you want to move like to a new job, you actually have to just leave this one and then see like, you know, like the way to the new one. If you want to go back to school, you have to let go of whatever um, is preoccupying you from, you know, applying. If it's a relationship, you need to let go of the old one so you can go to the new one. Things like that. And know that it's not a bad thing, because say if it's like an actual physical death of like a family member or loved one, let them go, but know that they want to see you live your best life. Yeah? Okay. We are at Pisces. This is your season. Page of Swords. And so Pisces, I really like that for you, where it's saying, you know, Pisces, you are, you know, the king of the seas, that emotional heart space. And what it's saying is that as this turmoil around you of this season, of all these retrogrades, of other people in their own emotional spaces, you can actually hold a logical ground right now. You can see where you need to go. You can see through motives of others, and you are going to cut through. And you're learning how to cut through what people are saying versus what they mean. You're cutting through lies to what's the truth, things like that. So Pisces, right now you're learning how to cut through to the truth and the core of whatever is being presented to you. Yeah, it's a good space to be. So anyways, your happy Pisces season. For my late Pisces, by next week, we might still be in Pisces season. I don't know, I gotta check the dates. But yeah, so anyways, happy lunar eclipse. Happy Mercury retrograde, that's poppin'. And we're writing it out. We'll see each other next week. Bye.